There you go. Door's unlocked. I can feel the cold outside air breezing through the cracks. Let's leave. Finally, the outside. Let's go, Richard. Finally, sweet freaking moonlight. We're out. Can't believe it. We did it. We actually did it. Let's just get as far away as possible from this place. Make sure to water him every day, you know. You guys get some sunlight. Get enough soil. Richie. Richie, what's wrong? Get up, please. We did it. Richie, can you hear me? Please, grab my hand. Richie? No. And it turns into a plant zombie. Good. I like cracking noises. Okay, there you go. I'm assuming that's a bad ending, by the way. I guess you leave too early without fixing him, and therefore he turns into one of those monsters, I'm assuming. I guess that's what happens to everybody that gets lost in that mansion, right? I mean, they either die, you know, or they turn into a plant monster. There you go. I mean, these are the credits, but obviously I'm not done the game yet. I mean, obviously we'll probably have to do some more investigating in order to get a better conclusion. But yeah, not so good ending. Yeah, C endings. You suck. You suck at this game. You get the C. This door. I could try to place some salt on the doorknob and see if what I read in that book is true. Done. Okay, so you're supposed to put it on the door itself. I don't know, it was very ambiguous what it meant by entryway. I thought it meant like the entryway itself was invisible, so you gotta find it. Like an illusory wall in Dark Souls. But no, you're supposed to put it literally in the door. Okay. Well, that's the thing about this game. Sometimes it's literal, sometimes it's like metaphorical, and I don't know. Sometimes I don't know which which way to read it. Anyway, so we put it on the door, and suddenly we're in this room now. Okay, that's interesting. A lot of paper, a lot of trash, scattered papers. The words of them are almost entirely faded out and unintelligible. I don't know if there's any paper I need to read. There seems to be a crude map of the woods. Okay. A fur coat. It's rotting. There's a note in the pocket, but I can't make out the writing at all. Oh, I think I once read about this. It's called the something alphabet. You know how to read this? No way. I've just heard about it. Never mind then. Probably nothing useful anyway. This is like a cipher or something? A secret code? Doodles. I think I can make out some of the words on the bottom. Whispering rose, innocent blood from the abyss returns to the sentence? I have a feeling we better leave alone these scribbles. Who knows what they're about? Rocking lyrics for a song, though. Sure. More paper, the field of symbols I can't make out. It's a freaking cauldron, a witch's cauldron. A big cauldron. There's just some green liquid in it. Better not touch it. More scattered papers, alchemy symbols, and unreadable scribbles. There's a rhyme on it. Sounds bogus. Magical something. Miracle angel? Lyrical, cynical, and then I'm not sure. Well, it does sound bogus. Didn't need to actually read out loud. No idea what's on these papers. Looks like runes. There's no on the back. It is unwise to summon what you cannot dismiss. Okay. Notes, small and torn in half. Shroob, these small fungi releasing toxic spores, hallucinations and several perceptual... Must have been ripped off from somewhere. There's also a note on the back. Reduced miasma, quite resourceful for its divinatory use. Okay, that kind of reminds me of the mushroom. I wonder, does that mean if you lick the mushroom, it does create, like, weird hallucinations? You know? So maybe that's why sometimes when you inspect certain things, you get some strange dialogue. I think that's what happened before. They seem to be recipes of some sort. Or paper, it reads, Demonia Particulars, Signs and Rituals, How to Summon a Demon, for Dummies, 101. Leaves or serrations on the side, could be alloy. Alloy? Crude rune drawings. Oh, we can go in here, but... Oh no, okay, it's unlocked. Okay, in fact, I want to save. Okay, so that's what this room is supposed to look like. This house, rather. There's supposed to be a door in between. Okay, that makes more sense now. Okay, in hindsight, it makes more sense. I thought... I don't know. For some reason, I thought there was something hidden beneath, like, in between the butterfly room and the bathroom. So, like, it was more like this was, like, over here or something. Yeah, like, over here. And then there was, like, a whole room, like, in the middle that we're not seeing or something. That's, like, on top? I don't know. That's what I was thinking, anyway. So, I guess I got that wrong. It's supposed to be more like the bathroom is on the other side. And somehow when we go through the door, you know, it skips us. It skips this room somehow, you know, through magic, I guess. I didn't really understand what the game was trying to tell me. Anyway. There's no writing, just doodles about plants. Mostly crude drawings of animals. Got a paper. Can't make it out. Okay. I just want to look at the papers and everything. This seems to be like a bedroom, so remember the thing about beneath the bed. This would be like, maybe this is the master's bedroom. Tall bookcase, but just books of various topics. Nothing really important. What's in this drawer? Oh, bedside table, single drawer. And then we're just empty. Every time. Why is it always every drawer is empty? What the heck? Uh-oh. Oh my. Visitors. That's unprecedented. Are you the witch? Dear child, I am a witch. No more remarkable than any other. As for my birth name, I'm afraid it had gone lost long ago. Now, state the reason for your presence here. This is no more a place for mankind to cross into. My name's Emily, and this is my brother, Richard. He got lost near the woods, and ended up inside this house. I understand. That is no surprise. This is a dangerous realm. Emily, Richard, you two should go as far away as possible. I plan to do so, now that I found my brother. We're a bit unsure where to find an exit. I'm sure you are. Unfortunately, at the moment, I'm in no control of this mansion and the events happening inside. All I can do is lie beneath these worn sheets and hide, wait for my passing, which I have foolishly extended beyond human reason. Oh, Emily. Yes? I suspect the events that guided you here are likely one of the many unpleasant repercussions that derive from past mistakes of mine. Let me amend on my current best. There's a door that leads outside. An enchantment is in place, though. Something I conjured in the past to prevent trespassers to get inside. Or to prevent trespassers from getting inside, rather. I've mapped down this place. Can you circulate it to us on this diary? It is done. Thanks. Well, we can ask more stuff. Ask about her. So you're a witch? Like a witch? I've long been an apprentice of darkness. You may call me a witch, a enchantress, or a sorceress. Whatever whimsical appellative tickles your curiosity. It does not carry much weight, as I'm now just powerless, an old ghost of my past self. Is this your house? It became my domain after the passing of the previous owner. It is a story better left untold. I see. But can I ask you what's happening inside this place? I mean, I've seen a monster looking like a human plant. I've seen a huge tree coming from the ground and a doll. One at a time, child. The doll, I have not seen her in a long time. How is she? She looks good. She's pretty chatty. How lovely to hear her being in good spirit. After all, I'm sure he will not hurt her. You mean the monster? What you call a monster is no more than a pawn for a much, much darker creature. The tree that lives below these grounds. My son. Come again? A long time ago, I did something I should not have done. Did you... Anyway, how do you do that with a tree? Anyway, to the ground, I gave both myself and birth to a tree. Then, a man came into my woods, built this secluded manor, cut him down. As I said, it is a story I would rather leave behind. I was so angry, naive. It pains me to recollect my memories around it. I see. Okay, so she married a tree, I guess? I don't know. Or the ground? I'm not sure. She married nature. Or something like that. I don't know. And then, I think there's no. I think it was a tree, right? She married a tree. I say marry, but you know, like I'm assuming had something, some kind of relationship with a tree, a magical tree, I guess. And then, a random like rich guy came in, cut down the tree, and made a manor, right? And the tree that is like now living is her son, basically. And I guess the doll itself, maybe the doll itself is also made from the tree, right? So that's why it's considered like a daughter, maybe. So it's made from like the tree that was cut down, possibly. I'm not sure. Anyway, ask about Richard. I want to show you my brother. You surely speak of his condition. You're asking me for a cure? You're hoping for a way to return him to his old self. Yes, can you? Priorities, child. This is one curse that requires, excuse my choice of words, to get to the root of the problem. The creature that did this to your sibling needs to be destroyed first. His influence over him needs to be cut. That tree has to be destroyed. How? Burn it. Burn it to the ground, along with this place. A creature so foul needs to be eradicated. Entire place? Also, can I really burn that tree by myself? It first needs to be weakened. There is a chapel. It is on the ground floor. My first wish when I came here was to lock it away forever. I will break that spell. You may now access it. Inside it, I'm sure you'll find something that will help you. Ground floor, chapel, something inside that could help me. I understand. You found my tome, have you not? Open it up. It is unique. It would always show you how to do what you desire to. Now you know about destroying that creature, instructions will appear on its pages. Then, that creature can be burned down. Do you carry a fire with you? You mean a lighter? Yes. Good. I'm going to use the last bit of my power. To refill your lighter, basically. To breathe new power into this flame. What? The flame is now blue. Do not be alarmed. It is, when lit, no different from the fire you know. The key difference that can burn through that creature's wood. Do not pay attention to the roots, though. You need to get close to the tree and set it ablaze. Once you've done that, this matter is not going to resist much longer. It is held up by roots at this point. Beating that tree is a point of no return, child. So alright, burn the tree first. But after that, what can I do for my brother? Can he change back? Nobody knows better than me what it's like to lose your old self. In my contemptuous youth, I exchanged womanliness for power. And I've learned on my skin that rarely there is any hope of coming back. Is that why you're like a weird, I don't know, web creature? You mean... Richard. Ah. Yes. Me and your sibling need to discuss this privately. What? But... Richie. Emmy? Do as she says. Stand back for a bit. Richie, don't worry, let me talk to her. Sure. I'll just like take a few steps back, somehow not hear the conversation. Your brother's eyes remind me of eyes I've seen on animals in the woods. Hurt and scared. He better not hear this. It's gonna be ugly, isn't it? You cannot reverse the changes he's through. You cannot save him. His body's fate is sealed by the plant growing inside of him. There's only one way for him to not become or die as a monster. Okay, that's one more than none. Please tell me what it is. A ritual of soul transfer. Give your body to his soul. Let yours enter his rotten one. Sacrifice yourself for your brother. Ah, fuck. There's nothing else you can do to save him. His flesh has no future. No body can be left empty. That's the only way. I understand. You will go through with it. I can see it. You set your mind so fast, child. I did. He's my brother. If it's the only way to save him, I'll do it. What do I have to do? I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the passages of that ritual. But the answers are sure to lie inside the pages of my tomb. My tome, rather. Tome. And this is all I can help you with, child. I understand. Richie, come here. She explained to me a way to cure you. It involves a nasty ritual, but I can go through with it. Is that all? Leave the details to me. You gotta worry about the fact that we'll have to spend more time inside this place. Seriously, leave it up to me. I'll handle it when the time is right. You trust me, don't you? Sure, Emmy. Okay. Let's not delve on this? Let's not dwell on this, rather. We got work to do. Okay, and what about the way out? I mean, we kind of already know the way out, but... about that enchantment placed on the exit. Yes, a measure of precaution for intruders to trespass, or for someone to leave. Or for intruders who trespass. Right. May I ask you about what to do to break it? The back door is held in place by 3 chains. They're not to loose up or break a powerful enchantment. There's a way around it, though. In simpler terms, the trick is that they don't quite exist on this plane. You may use that portable camera obscura laying there to expose their true nature one by one. Alright. I figured it out then. Just gotta complete the work. 3 chains, 3 pictures. Right, well, we already know what happens if we just simply leave, but you know. Will that be all? For now, I think so. Thank you for your help. Be careful, child. Back into the sheets. Alright, well, now that we have a bunch of information... there's more dialogue. You're okay, Richie? You're rather silent there. No shit. A witch? Really? Yeah, I'm not surprised anymore whatever happens inside this place. Well, you think we can trust her? If it wasn't for her, we might have just escaped this place. But after what she told us about that tree, and see what happened to you, I do believe we need to take down that tree first. And to perform the ritual she told me about. Right, okay. Well, let's save the game. Alright. And yeah, okay, so definitely we have more things to do. We need to take down that tree and maybe do that soul ritual. I guess we'll see what that entails. Alrighty, so this page is still pretty readable. The choice of place better be cast where high resonance of faith and devotion of any kind took place. Lay down the faded and place beneath the tongue a single purple flower, which will drive to slumber. Okay, the rosemary. Through a knife, strip away the body from the soul by a single blow to the heart. Soon thereafter, retrieve the flower and chew on it without leaving a trace behind. When that has been done, the ritual is ended. While the symptoms to follow may vary, the forced rest is sure to happen, and thus soul will transfer to new meat. Okay, so that's the ritual. You gotta freaking eat some flowers and stab. But two more pages, but this part is hard to read. I can only make some parts of it. It says along the lines of weakening by poisoning. Something like, for no plant can live without drinking. Also talks of a cleansing blue flame. Can't make out much of this part. Interesting. So something about the water and something about the blue flame, I guess. Alright, can I go in here? Okay, I'll say. So this is the room that was unlocked. Oh, it even has a cross. Which makes sense. Alright, so this is the chapel. Can we explore? A holy water font. So it has some water in it. Interesting. Can I get some, or? Short table, nothing on top of it. Oh, that's Jesus, I guess. This is the chapel's altar. It's probably the most fitting place for that ritual. But I need to take care of the tree first. Yeah, we need to do that first before we do anything else. Handmade. Impressive. Anything in here? Oh, this is jammed. Okay, I can't go in there. Okay. So this is where we would do the ritual if we wanted to, I guess. We have the lighter. Power gen of fierce blue light. So we gotta burn the tree. How do we burn the tree, though? Apparently we gotta do two things. We have to, I guess, poison the water. Which I want to, like, maybe get this holy water. Can I use holy water on it? Which I think it might be related to the wine barrels, right? Because it was drinking from the wine barrels. We gotta do that and also do something else, I guess. And then go down here. The door is knocked off, by the way. Is there anything in the drawers yet? No. Oh, empty. I don't know why. That's also like a weird red herring. I don't know why there's empty drawers. So weird. Oh, what's that? I don't know. I think we saw this before. I thought that was new. Wait. Was this bus somewhere before? Creepy. Yeah, no, wait, yeah. I thought... Why is this here? This bus is eerie. I'd rather ignore it. Yeah, I don't know why that's there. Why? Yeah, I remember. It was somewhere else before. Huh. I don't remember now. I don't know, it's weird. Anyway. I guess the only thing I see is, I mean, obviously the water that we saw. I don't know that. Oh. What the? Emmy, there's a root coming up from the ground. It grabbed my leg. Let me go, you piece of shit. Get off. It's clinging pretty tight. I need to do something or it crushes my leg. Knife? This will do. Richard, grab this knife. Got it. Now. Do it. Alright. That made a retreat. Jesus. What a sudden attack. Good question. I've seen quite a few roots around, and none were this aggressive. Maybe it's defending something we're close to. In any case, we taught it a lesson. Yep, Many thanks. I could have died from that shock there. From the shock there. Anytime. I got quite a list of favors to repay. Yeah, come on. Let's resume our work. Alright, good. Okay, at least that was slightly different. You know? Instead of being attacked by the monster itself, attacked by the roots. Pretty old cheese. Yellow, though. You know, when you put stuff... yellow, for most of the game, indicated like something that you can interact with that's somewhat important. But now, it's just cheese. You know? Anyway, there's this. This is really important. Drinking the wine inside. But what do I do here? I don't know if I can do anything here. Want some salt? I doubt the root would give a shit if I make this wine slightly more salty. Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what to do with this. How do I weaken? I'm assuming I need to weaken this, right? Through here or some other way? I'm not sure. Do I add cheese? Do I add cheese to the wine? I grab some cheese. This knife should be enough to cut off a small piece of cheese. You don't plan to eat it, right? Ew, but that. I got cheese. Okay? It really was a thing we needed to do. But what do we do with the cheese? A small piece of rather mature cheese. Best enjoy with crackers. I don't know. I have no idea. What? I use cheese on wine. No, okay, this is getting rather complicated. Alright, so this is not something I would think of doing, but... apparently you're supposed to use the rubber glove on this. I guess if I want to bring some holy water with me, the rubber glove is enough to carry it safe. Okay. There. Now to holy water. At worst, I can pour it back here. Alright. I did not think to do that. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I don't know. Conventionally, you would use a rubber glove to put in your hand. But I guess you can put stuff in it. I don't know. But like, wouldn't it be better if you just gave me a cup? You know, where's the cup? Can I just get the cup? That was not obvious to me. At all. That's just really unconventional. You put water in a rubber glove. That's not... I don't know. That's not something I would think of, to be honest. Even in a life-threatening situation, I don't think I don't think of a rubber glove as something to hold something. I don't know. It's just not obvious to me at all, actually. That's just not a thing to me. Anyway. Where are we going? Oh, yeah. I actually need to go back down. Oops. Alright. So back here. Let's use the frickin' holy water-filled rubber glove. I don't know. It's just not something I would think of. I mean, I guess that's the only container I would have. I don't know. But it's just not something that would be obvious to me. Alright. It really does feel like almost adventure game logic at this point. I mean, it makes sense, but I don't know. There's just no hints towards that, you know? It's just something you just do it. Just MacGyver it, I guess, you know? I don't know. It's not something that's obvious to me. But if I were to pour the holy water here, the tree would end up drinking it. Not a bad idea. Done. Let's see if it reacts. Oh, there you go. Oh, God. I guess I didn't take it lightly. It retreated from where it came from. Maybe we just cleared away. We go in? The tree root backed off this way. I can't squeeze through here, though. I can. The hell I'm letting you follow that thing alone. Alright, so we're not going that way, though. But I guess its roots has been retreated maybe somewhere else? I'm assuming over here. Not over there. Over here. Possibly? Yeah, okay. Well, it's on the other side, though. Okay, you have to go all the way around again. But yeah, I feel like this game... It's a two-part thing where some of the puzzles are, like, to be fair, they're just hard. So they're just simply difficult. But also, some of the logic, you know, in order to progress the game, it's not really puzzles. It's more so you just need to know what to do. It really does feel like adventure game logic, which I don't like. I don't like point-and-click adventure game logic, where you just gotta do this with that. Easy, right? It's like, what? I wouldn't have thought that in 1,000 years. Anyway, so let's go in here. I'm assuming this is the Oh, I better open the exit door first, as the witch told me to. Once I face the tree, there's no coming back. Okay. Yeah. Hold on, I gotta do that first. Go all the way back and probably get killed by the monster again, and I'll do everything all over again because I didn't make a save, so. Richie. Huh? What is it? Is something wrong? It did look like it was getting slightly bigger, but now it's so noticeable. What? What are you talking about? What's wrong? I'm afraid that the plant flourishing in your face, it's growing quite fast. What? I can't see it. How big is it? Calm down. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Tell me, how do you feel? Is it hurting you? No, I don't think so. I feel a bit numb, but that's about it. I can still think straight, I swear. Alright, that's what's important right now. I need you to stay focused. Yes. You can still see fine, right? And move freely? Yeah. I mean, I can see fine with one eye. I do feel limp somehow. Sometimes. Right. Emmy. It's okay, Richard. You got through the worst part. Did I? Sure thing. You didn't have me by my side, or by your side rather. by your side? Ah. Good one. I had never seen you so kind before. Well, we've never been through shit like this. It's the kind of thing that makes people go soft. Thanks. Come on, Richie. Enough hugs and kisses. Let's get our shit together. And remember, stick to me at all times. Okay. I'll do as you say. Good. Now let's focus back on escaping from this place. Alrighty, so I think we're ready to face the tree now. Let's go in. The tree has to be over here. I better be ready. There's no going back after I face it. I go in. This is where the tree is. I sort of remember it. Don't worry, I'm not letting you enter in there. You'll hide that wooden rack over there. It's not the best hiding place, but it'll have to do for now. I'm not putting you in danger. I'll face this thing myself. Be ready when I come out, alright? Alright? Yes. Alright. Be safe. Don't worry. I'll handle this. Your sister can do anything. Supposedly. At least I hope. It's easy. We just go in. We have to dodge some obstacles, you know? It's like the bed of chaos in Dark Souls. Do some janky platforming, and then just simply kill the bug at the center, right? Beautiful, isn't it? Who's saying that? I don't know. Oh, the doll, I think. You? Well, don't you think so? Isn't Papa just wonderful? Papa wants you gone. He says you're dangerous. After all, it's gonna be easier for him if you can't struggle. Die, miss. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. The power of the lighter. I used the lighter immediately. Okay. Oh. Hi, what's up? You okay? Okay, well, I'm just gonna, like, leave now. Bye. See ya. Emmy, are you okay? Yeah, that piece of shit is burning. Amazing. You did it. Yeah, it's great. No time to talk, though. We gotta get the hell out of here. Well? Oh, there's the freaking monster. See ya. I'm leaving. Bye-bye. No, thank you. You know, the game also... Yeah, there was that mushroom as well. There was a licking the mushroom thing as well. I wonder if that's relevant too. I'm not sure. Alright, so let's just leave. We're not gonna do the ritual. And I guess we'll see what happens. We're just gonna leave. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here, Richard. Because you know what? Let's not trust the witch. You know, who knows if she was telling the truth. Jesus, we did it. That fucker's burning. We escaped. I can't believe it. We did it. We're out. Alright, let's leave this mansion burning up in flames. Get the hell out of here. Richie, something wrong? Yeah. Richie! Richie! I can't feel my legs anymore. What do you mean? It can't be. We got out. We did it. My muscles are getting numb, Emmy. No, we burned the tree. We got out. You just need to resist a bit longer. Emmy. Richie, just a bit longer. I'll carry you on my shoulder. We'll reach home and call the hospital and... Thank you, Emmy. Richie! Richie! Well, there you go. Another just sad ending. You know, this time he doesn't turn into a zombie and kill you at least, but he still freaking dies. Seems like it just always ends in tragedy. But there you go. I'm assuming that's the ending where you don't do the soul swap, I guess. And you know, turns out the witch was telling the truth. You'll just simply die if you don't do it, so nothing you can do. It really was the only choice. There you go. That is the B ending. You got a B. You tried your best, but it wasn't good enough. That's what it stands for. Anyway. Alright. I'd like to go here, though. Oh, you can't save the game, however. Anyway. But we want to do the ritual, right? This is the chapel's altar. It's probably the most fitting place for the ritual. I guess we should perform the ritual? We're running out of time. I have to trust that witch for now. Or, well, now. Not for now, but you gotta trust the witch and you just have to, you know? Richie, now we have to do that thing the witch told me about. Okay. What is it about? Oh, it's not gonna be something pretty, isn't it? Or it's not gonna be something pretty, is it? Rather. Not, isn't it? It's a double negative. Anyway. If you're to trust that witch, it's your only hope. Your condition is irreversible, apparently. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to save you, though. Emmy, what is it about? We don't have much time. Trust me once more. Don't ask any questions and lie on this altar. Please, Richie. There's no other option. Okay, Emmy. Here, put the rosemary flower in your mouth, beneath the tongue. The flower I picked up? It's gonna be some kind of ritual, right? Yes, it'll save your life. And don't worry, as you place that flower in your mouth, you'll fall into sleep, according to this tome. You won't feel a thing. It's like surgery, you know? Emmy, there's something you're not telling me, right? Yes. And I will not tell you. I'll handle it, so just trust me that all this is for your own good. Okay. I'm putting the flower in. Thank you. He's off. This is time then. I'm putting all my hope in this. Richard, please be safe. Oh, there you go. Oh, well. With some gameplay, I guess, I didn't realize. Reminds me of the ending of Metal Gear Solid 3, actually. You had to press the button in order to stab, actually. I guess now we leave. Now it's time to leave. As the house burns down in holy cleansing flame. Okay, I'm assuming the ritual worked. Because it was, you know, she carried him over here, you know, outside, and then suddenly, I'm assuming the souls got switched. You know, as we know, as the audience, I guess that's it. Nothing else. Okay, kind of like a tragic ending when you think about it, but yeah, in a way, he was saved, but now he has to live as a woman. You know, it's kind of weird, and also the trauma, but you know. But I guess it's better than being dead. But there you go. So that's the soul swap that you can do. There you go. Okay, so that's the A ending. All right, so that's ending A. Supposedly, that's the best ending. Which is kind of just tragic, to be honest. It's just kind of sad. All right. Okay. So in order to get the last ending of this game, you actually have to start the game all over again from the very beginning. You know, there's a little thing you have to do. I'll probably do some of the secrets as well, as it turns out. You know, all the little like extra puzzles in this game can be done as you go through the game, so I might as well do that as well. I don't know if I'll show it all, but I guess we'll see. Let's start a new game. All right. Okay, so we're beginning of the game. I believe one thing that's changed is it this one? A coat hanger. There's some jewelry hanging on it. Take it. Ankle chain. So there's a new item. So you can only do this after you get ending A, I believe. And then you restart, start a new game, you get a new item. It's an ankle chain. Examine. A homemade ankle bracelet. It has an almost magical aura. I wonder who crafted it. The small stone at the end is completely devoid of color. Right, so we probably have to do something with the item, but well, I have to go through the entire game again, so we have to do that first. All right, so this is a missable secret. Actually, I feel like a lot of people would miss this the first time. But you don't push the little statue base on the left. You actually go in here, as it turns out, which is not something I would think of, to be honest. You know, that's interesting. And a lot of RPGmaker games, you can't really push objects in between screens. You know, that's like a limitation for a lot of games, I feel like. I don't know how the developer programmed that, but a neat little thing, I guess. You can push it here, and then you can push it this way. Whee! There you go. So that's important. So that's very missable, as it turns out. Right. So if you push it down here instead, you actually open up the grate. You know, this grate that I've been looking at a few times already, as it turns out, had to be broken that way. I feel like in other games, you don't break the grate. You use some kind of like weird fishing line thing, but no, you actually have to break it. The grate that's here is broken. Looks like there's something inside. It's a piece of a photo. That's how you get like a photo piece. So these photo pieces are actually how you unlock little bonus material in this game. Thirsty, right? So, a potted plant infested with vines. Looks thirsty. Who knows for how long it has been in water. Right, okay, so we use a rubber glove full of holy water and we dump it on the plant. Drinks it up. This poor plant. I shouldn't waste this holy water, but I guess a drip is gonna be fine. And suddenly, it's like it just super grows, I guess. Hey, the plant's blossoming yellow flowers already, and there's something that was clutched by it. A photo piece. That was a nice gesture, Emmy. Thanks. Alright. You also go in here, by the way, so I mentioned like a cream puff. There's no here. Don't like a country. Okay. That's nothing. But you go here, and then it's 20 o'clock. There's that die entry by the butler that mentions getting cream puffs after dinner, so it's 20 o'clock or 8 o'clock. You go all the way around through the fireplace, you go in here, you open this box. There's a small box on the shelf that's not written on it, but it's too small to read. I think I can make it out. It says cream puffs. Oh, okay. So that's the hint, by the way. Emily herself couldn't read it for some reason. Does she need glasses? You know, I wonder. Oh, it's a box of sweets then. There's a piece of a picture inside, along with a few cream puffs that I guess have expired. Okay, so there's the photo piece. I didn't realize that. I guess you have to have the brother with you to read that text. Otherwise, it'd be hard to figure out. Anyway, those are the cream puffs. So, okay, so here's another thing. So you see this key rack here. There was that clue in the laundry room, actually, that said the owner always misplaces his keys or whatever. So that's actually a clue for this, which I didn't realize. I thought it was a clue for the item in the laundry or the washing machine. You know how you forget stuff in your pockets, in the washing machine. But no, it's actually a clue for this, where you're supposed to put the keys back, actually. I guess I can leave this key here instead of carrying it with me around. Nice, so just put all the keys back. And last one. There you go. Unlocks this. There's a piece of photo inside. Alright, so that's a photo. Alright, so that's, what should we have? We have like 4 so far, so there's 6 left. Let's see. Are those screws, Emmy? Yeah, I was checking on that. I've seen this kind of screw in this place already. Right, so yeah, so there's these screws here. Hold on, so I guess you can use a screwdriver. Do I spot 2 screws? I must unscrew them. Unscrew everything. There's a piece of photo in here. There you go. That's another photo. Another one down. More to go. Alright, so let's see. So there's a safe down here. So this is what I did technically already. I was just missing the last step. So the numbers 254 came up when I used this bookmark from that mirror. So alright, so beneath the bed. So it turns out it's beneath the witch's bed, The small safe has a 3-number code. So I already figured this out in the main playthrough. It's 254. There you go. First try, baby. Nothing much of value. Just a piece of photo. So another photo piece, once again. Turns out that the whole thing, by the way, about the bookmark and like trying to find something under the bed and whatnot. I got really stuck on that, by the way. Turns out it was just for another photo piece. And it has to be this specific bed, not the other bed, as it turns out. I remember, interacting with this before, so you interact with this. A broken serving trolley. There's nothing up. What? Oh, just a mouse. Don't talk about that meme. In that Resident 4, or Resident Evil 4 remake about like Ashley being a mouse. Now, Let's see. So I didn't know where the rat went, to be honest. Like, seemed to go this way. When I saw it the first time, I didn't know where it went. But I guess it would be here, right? Was it here? Looks like this is it. Stupid mouse. Scared me for a second. Right. So what if they give it cheese, though? Of course, mouse love cheese, I guess. That's the stereotype anyway. Come on, little mouse. Eat something. He took the cheese, but there's something else he was carrying and left here. There you go. We traded the cheese for another photo piece. Amazing. There you go. It reads, in memory of the twin brothers, similar but not quite alike. While always spinning in circles, the taller brother would always aim at the top, while the other was always the downer, two polar opposites. And during those times, they always seek refuge and peace in higher readings, will always be fondly remembered. Right, so that riddle really confused me, especially the spinning part. When I thought it was spinning, I thought it was like Beyblade, you know, like spinning like horizontally, I guess. The spinning, right? Spinning horizontal. I don't know. That's what I think of. But as it turns out, this is a clue for not Beyblade. It's for something else that's, I guess it's spinning, but I don't know. I don't think of it as spinning. So a taller brother. I know, this is very abstract. You know, in hindsight, it makes sense, but still, it's just very abstract. So taller brother is the long hand. It aims for the top. The other one is a downer. They're similar, but not quite the same, I guess. So that's what you do. And they look for higher readings. So higher readings would be in the library, I guess. Right. So yeah, this little chime that plays. Ding dong. Let's see here. Oh, there you go. A large book fell from the shelf. There's something inside. Okay, it's a photo piece. All right, there you go. So that's the clue involving the twin brothers. As it turns out, the twin brothers are clock hands. You know, there's a bit of a leap. Again, it makes sense in a way, but it's a little abstract for me. I don't know. I didn't think of the twin brothers were like clock hands. And then they were spinning as in like spinning on a clock face. That did not, you know, click with me. But anyway, I got this the first time, so I'm just going to do it again. I believe if you use the rubber glove here, I guess by using the rubber glove, I can save myself from frying when touching that lamp and expose wires. Well, look what's under the glass. A piece of photo. Lucky not to catch fire in there. The lamp's hot. Right. I remember getting this before, and I was like really confused about it. I don't know what it did. I think that was the first photo piece I got, I believe, in the main playthrough. Got really like confused about it, you know, because I thought that was a puzzle piece or something, but no. What is it? This bookcase has something on it? Or something going on? No, not really. There's something on top of it. Some box. It's a bit high, though. Well, let me guess. You want me to climb on your back and get it? What a good idea. It would have never occurred to me. Seriously, though, are you feeling good enough to do that? Yeah, no big deal. Great. Hey, there's a piece of a photo here. There you go. Thanks. I'll hold on to this. Right, there you go. So that's all the photo pieces. So you need Richie to do that. That's all 10 photo pieces. I guess you know, we'll use that later. For now, though, I think what I'll do is just get the secret ending. All right. So once we're in the witch's bed chambers, we can use the item that we got from the very beginning, the ankle chain that we got. So let's use that on her. See what she has to say. May I ask you about this? Yes, I have memories of this trinket. I used to wear it a long time ago. Where did you find it? I thought it was lost and hopeless to retrieve. Well, you see, I beat the game and then, you know, started a new game. No. Oh, you want it back? Maybe years ago. It is no more useful to me now than food and water. It might serve some purpose to you, child. Here, let me kiss the gem. Okay. Now, rub the stone on blood to let it absorb it. Absorb it? Absorb it. Typo. To let it absorb it, it will now need enough blood to shine a bright red. Blood? It needs to fill itself with the blood of the dead. I'm sure this manor will hide enough of it. Once it is ready, bring it back to me. I will kiss the gem once more, and it become a powerful weapon against the creature. Oh, okay then. Find bloodstains around and rub this on them. I guess I can try it out, if this turns out to be useful. Alright, so that's the idea. We have to find the blood around this place and use it with the item. Was there blood in here, actually? There is. There's blood here, I remember. I remember, because I was searching all around, I remember seeing blood everywhere. You know, I've been through this mansion 100 times, because I got stuck in so many puzzles, but here you go. So there's blood stain here, in the butterfly room. Let's try to rub the gem on this stain. Huh? Nothing. Oh, wait. This isn't blood. It's wine. Joke's on me, I guess. Oh, what? That's not bloodstain? Did it trick me? What? The wine spill on the side. What the heck? What? Some places are not actually bloodstains. That was a red herring. What the heck? Okay, so there should be a bloodstain on the piano, right? I remember there was a bloodstain on it, on the keys. So blood. I can rub the stone on it to absorb it. I rubbed the stone on the blood. It's brighter now. Alright, so that worked. Okay, well, time to find some more. Right, I remember, yeah, there was a blood stain in the wardrobe, so I think this is the other one. Ankle chain here. Blood. I can rub the stone on it to absorb it. Yeah. There we go. Another one down. This time it's not wine. It's brighter now. Any blood? Ah, monster. Hey, it's a new type of monster. Huh. I didn't realize. Oh, it's dead. Hello? You piece of... That scared the fuck out of me. Jesus. Could this thing have harmed us? It died of its own after crashing through that barrel, but... Yeah, look at those teeth. A single bite would shock us to death. God. That was close then. It's okay, Richie. We were quick on our feet. Let's just go. Yeah, I'll probably get a game over if you accidentally did not run, I guess. That plant crashed through here, but I don't see anything but unstopped darkness. Here's lighter. I can barely see a root crashing through the bottom and a puddle of wine. Lots of scratches in the walls, too. There's something carved. If you read this, tell Mom and Dad I'm sorry I ran away. I love them. Flo. Right. Okay. You know, makes sense because, you know, how we found Richie in a wine barrel? Most likely, this is where they put their prisoners, you know? I don't know, how they, I don't know what the word is. Like, I don't know how they, judge that, I guess, because if the monster catches Emily, they just kill her, you know? But apparently when they found Richie, they put him in the barrel, right? Seems like they also put this thing in the barrel, too. Put Flo. Doesn't move anymore. It's dead, I think. So that's kind of like the fate of like anyone who gets captured. They have slowly turned into like a plant monster, then dies. Just like the one we saw in the window, I guess. They look very similar. So I guess that's what happens. They eventually turn into a giant mouth, and then they die. How about this one? We actually didn't even check all these barrels. Scratch to the floor. Barrel's empty. There's also scratch marks on the walls. And a blood smear on the hole. Oh, a blood smear. Wait a minute. There's blood. Ooh, blood. Blood. I can rub the stone on it to absorb it. There you go. So there was blood in here. Rub the stone on the blood. It's brighter now. There you go. Oh, weird. There's also a small blood splat on the cover. Here you go. So there's a small blood splat on the cover of this book. So this is where you can use the ankle chain again. I can rub the stone to absorb it. More rubbing. Brighter now. There you go. That's another one down. Oh, here you go. Okay. Right here. Alright, so there's a blood splatter here. There you go. Bloody handprint smeared on the glass. This is where we can use this again. Rub it some more. On the blood. It's brighter now. Alright, there you go. Let's see here. Alright. So once you rub the stone on all the blood, on all of the blood, then let's see. Oh, actually, we can see that it's actually bright red now. Can we look at it actually? A homemade ankle bracelet. A small stone at the end shines the brightest shade of red I've ever seen. There you go. So we've used the ankle chain on a bunch of blood. Now let's show it to the witch. I believe I got enough blood. The gem is now bright red. It is. Good job, clever child. Let me kiss the gem once more. There. Bring it with you and break the gem onto the tree's bottom. And good luck. Thanks. Alright. Alright. So we're back here where the doll tries to murder you. And instead of using the lighter this time, let's use the ankle chain, because that's apparently what the witch told us to do. No? Okay. Opens the door. Hello? The doll is just sitting here, motionless. Well, I guess we go in. Am I making progress? I don't know. Can't open the inventory, by the way. Okay, of course. Surprise! What? What do you think, Emmy? Got you good, huh? Yeah, catch sight of her eyes. She's completely caught off guard. What? What is this? You tell us. Okay, why is there like a, you know, opposite, like, you know, rival version of her? You tell us. Come on, what day is today? What day is today? Come on, Emmy, don't play stupid. Maybe she's not playing it at all. Is this a surprise birthday party? Of course it is. Yours. It was all a prank we put together at the party. You know, all that time when I murdered you and ripped your head off your shoulders? You know, it was just a prank. Big guy made the cake. I have written the screenplay of this theatrical tomfoolery. Hey, the idea was mine. This is all for a birthday party? Yep. Evil clone version of myself. Didn't see it coming, did you? No. That means it worked pretty good. And who are you? I'm evil Emily, okay. I would have loved to participate in the prank, but I had lots of work to catch up with. You know, kind of like Shadow Link. Come on, Emmy. Blow the candles. Arr. Shush. You'll get your share after the pretty miss blows the candles. Gee, you're always a kidder, Richie. Why does that sound familiar? You're always a kidder. I mean, I guess it's just a common phrase, but it reminds me of that game. What's that game called again? That weird, like, hyper-realistic, like, FMV kind of game? That was always a line that they use in that, like, weird game. Can't remember what it was called. But anyway, you're always such a kidder. Anyway, oh well. There you go. That's the secret ending. It's just a joke. It turns out you can just take off the flower. I guess that's it. I don't know why she's here. She's just here for fan service. Evil Emily. You know, evil version is just always hotter, I guess. There you go. Kind of like a dog ending from Silent Hill. I guess that's it. That's all the endings of the game. I don't know how I'm gonna edit it for the video, but probably gonna show the bonus stuff as well. I don't know how, I don't know how important it is to show everything, but yeah, I'll probably show it. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. You know, it's funny how like you try to like dig deep and try to find all the little secrets and everything. There's like this, you know, mystery behind the manor, as it turns out. The most secret ending is just like a silly little prank. Again, very reminiscent of like, you know, I guess classic horror games do that. You know, they always have like a dumb ending that, you know, doesn't have anything to do with the plot. It's just silly. The joke ending. Yeah. There's no like good ending in this game though. You know, there's no like happy ending. It's just I mean, obviously the surprise birthday party in a way is, you know, happy, but it's like silly, right? It doesn't make any sense. I guess it's just to play your expectations, you know. It's like, oh, you want a good ending? Here's like a dumb, silly ending for all your hard work. Anyway. Here we go. Okay, so let's see. Where's the bonus room again? I think it's, where is it? I think it's over here. Where is it? Is it over here? There you go. Okay. Sorry. I don't know if I show it in the video, but basically you get a little hint when you get your first ending. I think it was ending C. It showed me a message that said like there was a hidden room under the staircase. And this unlocks a little bonus room over here. Gramophone, no records to play. Welcome to the secret room. Unlockables are shared between all saves. If you wish to explore or see more of the game, it's recommended to do new playthroughs from the start by selecting start on the title screen. Wardrobe. Alright. So let's see. So I think you're supposed to interact with this. The hand. Give. Photo. What? You okay? I do have I have 10 photo pieces. So here you go. Oh. All together. Brother. Thank you. Thank you. Me. SighingSlider. Did it read my username on Steam? I unlock development stuff. I unlock music. I unlock artwork. Costume. Development stuff. Music. And artwork. And what development stuff, music, artwork, and development stuff. I guess I unlock all of this all at the same time, I guess, because I collected all the pieces all at once. It's so much. It takes longer to get through all of this than it is to collect all the pieces. Well, maybe not. But yeah, basically, yeah, the photo pieces were just to unlock all the little secrets in this room, basically. Just a bunch of extra stuff, really. There you go. Apparently, the photo was the brother of this hand person? I don't know. Anyway. Well, let's see. Let's spawn on some music, I guess. I don't know. What music should I put in? Darkness? Reunion? Sure. What's this? Thanks for playing Deeproot Manor. Okay, so thank you message. Wardrobe. Right, so there's costumes, as it turns out. So if you replay the game, I guess, you would see your new costumes. That looks like a pajama. Are you going to sleep? Back off. I like the colors. Okay. You know the what do you call it? The checkerboard pattern kind of reminds me of Yume Nikki. Oh, this reminds me of that. Tomboyish. You look good, Emmy. Let's focus on getting out of this nightmare now. Okay, tomboy. What's that remind me? That's probably, is that a reference to something? Or maybe that's just how she looks. I don't know. I feel that's a reference to something. Maybe. It reminds me, I don't know, it vaguely reminds me of another character, but I don't remember what. Sassy. Whoa. Isn't that a bit revealing? It's from the early 2000s. You won't understand. Okay. Well. Alright. More. Special. Oh, interesting. He also changes. Can we take those dresses home? Can we? You're damn right we're both going to. Well, technically one of you dies canonically, so actually you can't. Anyway. I mean, I guess unless you undress the dead body of the other person, but anyway. I guess it would be Richard's body, no matter what. Anyway, okay, so yeah, kind of interesting how they have all different costumes. I imagine regular is like just normal. Going back to regular. I don't know. Any dialogue of that one? You just go back to being regular. Back to being regular. No dialogue. Okay, I actually like the detective one. I like that one. Yeah. I did, to be honest, I did like go through the images in the game, in the image files of this game. To make thumbnails and whatnot. So I did notice actually, if you wear these costumes, it actually changes the CG. So not only does it change the sprites, it also changes some of the CGs, which was a very, very interesting attention to detail. Considering that I feel like most players wouldn't play this game again because I don't know. This game I feel like it encourages you to replay it, but I don't know. I feel like two full playthroughs. I feel like it's enough to get everything. So I don't know if you want to go through the game again. Just to see these new costumes. Oh, interesting. Again, a lot of like effort that went into it, but I feel like most players wouldn't even see it, in my opinion. But anyway, what else? I guess we can look at this. There's behind the scenes. Look at some behind the scene concept stuff. Probably a lot of reading. I'll probably just skim through it. But let's see. Starting concepts. Oh, that's the entire house itself. At least the beginning of it. February 2019. Create a unique game, an RPGmaker horror game subgenre. That's one of my favorite genres, I guess. I like. The thing is, I like horror games. I like mystery games as well. Something that combines horror and mystery, I guess, is probably what I like the most. Anyway, almost entirely one-person project. Improvised. So, influence designing this for screens of Maniac Mansion. Right, I don't remember much, right? It's an old game, right? But during this time, this remained regarding live screen, zoom to remove RPGmaker's emphasis force, anti-aliasing, the plain clean, dark pixel art look. Yeah, that's why I've noticed how the pixel art is very unique, actually. I feel like you wouldn't think of this as like RPG Maker game just by looking at it. It's definitely a very unique design. Final development on a really small game, the feature 2 controllable characters. The first concept was to have a brother and a sister team up and often divide by a player's choice to escape from a haunted place. Okay, we saw some of that actually a little bit. We controlled Richard a little bit. There's only one section, right? So it was dropped due to clashing with the story. If they were alone in such a dangerous place, why would they ever separate on their own will? Well, you see, developer, if you want to go back to this concept, the reason why people would split up, other than being dumb and how it's like a horror movie trope, is forcibly. You can forcibly split people up is the thing. So that's a thing you can do. Anyway, starting concept. Okay, what's next? Black and purple palette is one of the first things on the set. Green added in the balance composition behind the palette. Okay, that's interesting. Overgrown vines in the end influence the story itself. Yeah, again, I do like the design. It's interesting. The design is interesting. I like how everything is kind of like consistent, actually. Story approach is minimal. There are tidbits of larger story given the player here and there, but still spelling everything out and resulting overwhelming exposition, which I do appreciate. I do like that. I like how the story is minimal. Have them rather than trying to have the maps themselves give hints what happened in them. The debuggets are friendly fat rabbits. Okay, and I guess they were never used in the final game, so I don't know what these things are. The progress so rapidly, the tutorials, studying mansion layout, develop new areas, unique enough. That's something I would say could work a little bit more. I don't know, at least the hallways. I feel like the hallways felt a little bit too samey. I got a little bit lost, at least in some parts. I feel like the dining room, when I go, like to go to the dining room, it's like for some reason the hallways, there's 2 hallways that look very similar to that layout, and it confuses me every time. The diary was the game's most important item, which I appreciate. Yep, I like the diary. Diary is really good. Maps out everything, which is great. Relatively short and simple. And most of it would explore back and forth, but have at least one current objective in their mind. Now that's something I struggled with. Definitely not. Like one current objective in their mind? Nope. I often got lost and did not know where to go. So that was the problem with me. Anyway. Strives have replay value, doesn't indulge in much cutscenes, several paths, but sometimes solutions, multiple endings, and unlockables. Subtle inspiration, or more or less subtle inspiration, Resident Evil and Silent Hill. Yep, I can see that. And also Ao Oni and Uri games. Okay. I never played most of those actually. I know Manly Badass Hero played those. As far as I remember, those were like, very typical RPGmaker horror games. The monster that chases you and do some puzzles and whatnot. Emily, main character. Gotta find him in the deep woods, investigating the mysterious mansion. Little typo there, should be a Y. Nobody seems to take the story seriously though. She got up, so she went inside herself. Functionality, the long red hair makes her stand out. Cover her eyes to ease the absence of facial features. Same plus for a nice contrasting blue shirt, a white pattern on them. Personality, born out of functionality for the game, strong-willed and determination. Undertale. For her brother, brave, it's a vague goal, shared by a player, hopefully. Behind generic, it seems like similar to help conceal the obvious nature, but just predictability story-wise. This approach is inspired by classic point-and-click adventure games from the 90s. I knew it. I hate that though, because I don't like point-and-click adventure games from the 90s. They're always so cryptic. Probably why the game is so hard in terms of like puzzles. But anyway, I never liked that. Anyway, here's Richard, younger brother, upbeat and energetic. Trusting his sister. Richard means brave. Got a chance to escape the mansion. Is designed to rise from Emily with the red hair and the shirt. I did see that. Yeah, the shirt seemed like it was kind of similar to Emily, but I guess it's slightly more green because it got dirty apparently. Okay. That's what it is. I was gonna say actually, he just looks a lot like Emily. So. I mean, I guess they're siblings. I don't know. That makes sense, but the flower growing larger in one eye, slowly blossoming, but eventually take over his face in a gruesome way. Are from Advance Wars Dark Conflicts Creeping Derengia. I know Advance Wars. Advance Wars was that army game, right? It was like, it's funny. It's like an army game with tanks and soldiers and war, but like also like Nintendo, Nintendo like family friendly war is what it felt like. In fact, wasn't there like a remake that came out recently? Anyway, kind of like Fire Emblem in a way, but even more like cartoony. Like war itself is already pretty dark, but Advanced Wars just takes it makes it seem so silly. Yeah, Advance Wars Dark Conflict though. I think I've heard about that. Wasn't there like a more like darker and edgier version of that game? However, despite how family friendly the original was, there was like a more like post-apocalyptic version or whatever. But I don't know much about it. Even though the original two-character control by player concept was scrapped, the idea you would need to rescue your sibling remained. Add them up to having your brother be rescuable mid-game and still be free to explore the mansion along with him, adding much more dialogue. Unfortunately for Richard, who had a different name during development, Tobias, he was never meant to truly survive the events of the game. One of the very first ideas was that during the adventure, your sibling would die, and his spirit would inhabit your body. While this never developed further, it possibly inspired the happiest ending of the game, ending a happiest. Quote-unquote happiest. There's no happy ending in this game, though. Anyway. Alright. Deeproot Manor itself. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, so I'm just gonna get skimmed through it. Bright yellow serves a bright indicator for anything relevant to Emily you can interact with. Progressing of the game, this rule was blended a bit as it included gray for readable hints and some key items, main colors. Yeah, that's what I've noticed. Yellow seemed to be interactable. But here's the thing, some of the interactables don't seem to be relevant, as it turns out. You know, some of the doors, for example, are always jammed, so you never actually open them. And some of the yellow parts for like drawers, for example, are always empty, so they're just red herrings. So it's just kind of like weird how like you just trick the player for no reason. You know, at first it seemed like a good design, but then, or like a good design decision, but then you just kind of break the rules halfway through, which is kind of weird to me. I don't know. I prefer it was more consistent in terms of just having yellow for everything that seemed important, rather than like some things are, you know, are important, but some things are not. Anyway, that's just me though. Subtle toy-like feedback and return. Playing the piano. Yeah, that's interesting, yeah. The fireplace puzzle is the only one that had its look redesigned along the way. It should have redesigned its, you know, puzzle itself. Anyway, alright. Okay. The tree is evil. Craving a son, the witch gave birth to an unspeakable ritual to this demonic entity. Attempts at cutting it down by the construction workers succeeded, but the stump stubbornly remained every time it grew back, taking control over the mind of the butcher. Or the butcher? No, the butler. Oh man, I don't know. As well as forcing the witch to go into hiding and gaining the morbid affection of the doll. Interesting. Okay, so that's what happened to the butler, I guess. He got controlled by the tree. Tree was crawling through the manor's walls. When paying attention, one can notice that they just have recently reached the first floor. Huh, know they? His objective in capturing the people who wander in the manor seems to be purely to violate them and leave them trapped in their doom. He sees danger of Emily and orders the butler to kill her off. Okay, so the monster was the butler. Okay. I kind of hypothesized that. But I guess, yeah, the monster that was chasing us the entire time was the butler. And yeah, normally they would simply, you know, capture them, put them in wine barrels, I guess, turn them into monsters for some reason, and I don't know why exactly. Maybe to absorb their souls, I'm not sure. But I guess Emily's the only one that they try to kill. You know, she has a main character energy, so that's why she needed to die, I guess. Very first character. The tree's a character. Main character, the demonic tree. The tree is influenced by legends, H.P. Lovecraft. Okay. Oh no, yeah. Alright. Here's the butler. The monster. Yeah, there's a stalker that chases Emily throughout the manor. Corrupted by the tree. Sudden appearances are never truly random though. They simply follow patterns or tend to be too ambiguous to predict for players, even the multiple phases. Yeah, I mean, I kind of knew that though. I kind of knew that they were kind of scripted, you know? Like, it has a chance to spawn at certain spots when you do certain things or you go to certain screens. But sometimes they don't, basically. But I did notice that, actually. They can't climb stairs, apparently. Can be explained by his human memory fading away. Okay, so he apparently loses the ability to climb stairs. He can still climb stairs, just takes him long. So he doesn't bother doing it. Okay. Okay, no, this is a technical limitation. Okay. Here's doll. Okay. Back the mansion was built. Stream had to cut down a tree, the witch carved a doll from the log, and then she's been corrupted, actually. Okay, so the witch didn't know that. The witch didn't know that the doll itself was corrupted by the tree. more like a creepy doll, and then now it's like this. I don't know. I actually kind of like. I like this one actually. I actually prefer. Yeah. I don't know. The doll looks bald, basically. I wish the doll actually looked more like a creepy doll. You know, like hair and everything. To me, that's actually more creepy because of the contrast. You know, by itself, it's just creepy. But like with like hair or something, like a Barbie doll, but like deformed or whatever, that looks more creepy to me. But anyway, the originally doll had a bigger purpose. It was to have a more elaborate build-up, acting as an occasional helper, and then until her true nature was revealed. The mushrooms are a late idea that are used to inject more creature scares into the game. Thanks to their hallucinogenic properties, the rules of reality can be bent just enough to add unexplained eerie sounds, abnormal phenomena, and the monsters appearing just outside of your field of view. They're entirely optional, but during testing, most players on their first playthrough seem to lick them out of hope. Yeah, that's what I mean, yes, I did that too. And it did seem like, yeah, I seem as the mushrooms is just a troll, from the doll. It just seems to add like extra like optional like ambience to the game and like optional dialogue. Like when you interact with items, That's all it seems to do. So it's very like doesn't do much. In terms of the actual plot anyway. Anyway, story and setting never aspired to be more than it needed to be. Very simple. On top of stereotypical setting. Easily understandable. Keeping it clear immersed. A lot of lore though. In the mansion itself and its past owner. I didn't know what actually happened. I mean, obviously the owner died and everything. And the butler turned into a monster. I guess the butler turned into a monster and killed everybody. I'm assuming that's what happened. Anyway, I don't know like what exactly happened, Okay, everything was like diversified ending routes through several choices that you could take in. I guess this is a lot. Actually, how long has it been? I don't know. I feel like it's been a while. Okay, let's just go through this. It is interesting. It's just I don't know when to like go through every single thing. But let's see. The puzzles went from crazy hard to tough but tolerable. It was harder than what it is now. Richard was sometimes uncooperative. Turns out his AI was stopped, not properly restarted. The longer you play with dumb Richard, the more he would break. Okay, Richard, I guess, glitched a lot. Sometimes I have to reload the first letter of sentences. Okay. There was a glitch of dialogue, I guess. There's the witch. Her name's Lost of Time. Precious Dark, gone to hiding. She's repented though. She helps Emily. The witch has a unique design. It's a sort of cocoon. Okay, so that's what I wasn't really sure what she was like being covered with, like spider webs, but I guess a cocoon thing. Inspired by Russian dolls. After the mansion owners died, the witch set aside. She then locked away the chapel and burned many belongings to the man. The tree's glowing presence and influence started to threaten her as well, though. And then she went to hiding. Must have been single-handed during the span of approximately 1 year. Great RPGmaker game. Unique looking is available on my project. Beta testing to play took around 6 to 8 hours. Took longer for me because the puzzles really hard. And then go back to find extras. That's kind of what it is. Richie's hug. Okay. Yumi Nikki. Anyway, journey puzzle, counter puzzle to unlock different areas. One more crazy idea to mind trick the player that was supposed to be reused was to find a crowbar in an area not too long in the game, complete with attack animations. No enemy would attack you until you escape from those, and then you would lose the crowbar. What? That would be such a troll. Another cut idea was to have Richard's adventure prior to Emily's arrival via a playable chapter. And then end up with him being caught. Oh, that's interesting. It was cut mostly because having Richard go on his own adventure clearly scares both clash with his personality and role in the main story. I don't know. I felt like it would be interesting. It would be like the prologue, basically, right? It would be like a tutorial. It'd be like a prologue tutorial, like teaches you how to like play the game, basically. And then, and then they would switch to Emily. Whatever. It would be like, I don't know. I guess it depends. I don't know if it'd be a flashback or what, but like it would start with Emily going to the mansion, right? And then and then you would switch to Richie when she fell into the manor, right? Would switch to him, and then you find out what happened to him, and then you get stuck there. You know, it would change up. You know, it would how you say it change things up a little bit because it seems to be like you play Emily for the most part. Right? Anyway, okay, let's look at some artwork as well. I'm assuming it's going to be fan art. This one's pretty good. It's going to go through them pretty quickly, just to take a quick look. Yeah. Hugging the doll. Okay, yeah. There you go. It's just cool fan art. Alright, so that's everything that I could find in this game. You know, got all the bonus material. Got all the endings, including that, like, you know, silly joke ending. Which is, you know, really just a prank from the developer, I guess. Yeah, so, I don't know, let's talk about the game a little bit. So, basically, yeah, I like it. Overall, it's pretty good. It's a very solid RPGmaker horror game. You know, the developer knew what they were going for, and I think they achieved it, basically. It's pretty good. I like it. I mean, for one, the graphics are really good. I like how it has a unique design to it, you know, like the pixel art design and how everything is like consistent, you know, like purple and black and splotches of other colors. It's like a really unique style to it, which I really like. It really stands out because of that, right? Like, you know, to be honest, just by looking at it, you wouldn't even tell it was an RPGmaker game. So that's why I think it's pretty good. For one. The sprites look pretty good too, you know, the main character and Richard and whatnot, you know, they look well designed as well, you know, they stand out to me anyway. What else? Music, you know, and the ambience and the setting, it's definitely very atmospheric, so I like that too. You know, everything feels professional, I would say, you know, you wouldn't be able to tell that this is just made by one person, right? So yeah. Anything else? Yeah, and, you know, I'm trying to think. I mean, the puzzles themselves. So let's talk about the puzzles. So it's hit or miss for me, actually, for me. For the most part, they're okay. I mean, just the puzzles themselves. I would change like a few things. Like for one, the hints. The one for the library. So that's very like early on, but the library one, the book puzzle one, I would change a little bit. There's like one line that mentions how like 3 times below or whatever, you know, move one book and it'll be 3 times below, and it's like it's a little ambiguous. I wish the language is a bit clearer. I would add like a adjective, like a comparative adjective. It would say like move one book and it'll be 3 times then below, you know, then below rather than just below, because it feels ambiguous in my opinion. So I would change that. And the tile puzzle. I really don't like the tile puzzle. You know, I figured almost everything out. The one that was I felt like a stretch was definitely the east to west clue. Like you find the clue in the library, but apparently it applies in the fireplace room, I guess. It feels so far away, and yeah, apparently it's connected. I don't know. It just feels like weird when you put a clue so far away from the actual puzzle itself, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. I mean, it is inspired by classic retro horror games, and those classic retro horror games were obscure and plus like point-and-click adventure games, you know. But that's the problem, right? I don't really like those kind of like type of puzzles. I wish it was more modern, you know, and then like just I don't know. In my opinion, anyway, I wish the clue was just be in the same room. But anyway, that's for something else, because I want to also talk about the design. But anyway, first of all, I also want to mention the whole tile thing. The clue, and also the fact that you don't use the board. You know, I don't know. To me, I wish it was a little bit more clear on that too. I wish it was an extra hint that mentions how like the tiles that you put on the fireplace pieces. It would also say like, you know, something about how like the tiles are placed on the spots are to represent what the hunter sees. Something like that. I'm not entirely sure how you would implement that, but like an extra, I don't know, some kind of hint, extra note that mentions that, because it wasn't clear to me at all that you're not supposed to use the board at the very end. That just felt like out of left field, that you're not supposed to use the board because the poem says, oh, and then someone attacked me and then I didn't see it. You know, it's like, Well, I don't know. Like normally, I feel like most players would just use all the puzzle pieces because that's what you would do, right? For example, like a jigsaw puzzle. You know, you have all the pieces. Why would you not use them, right? I don't know. That really really frustrated me. But anyway, but aside from those two puzzles, I guess for the most part they're fine. You know, I like how some of the puzzles are basically just mini games, really. You know, the generator room and the pipe one, I guess, but it was meant to be easy, I guess. I like the easy ones, basically. The piano puzzle one, definitely a brain buster. I think that one's fair, though, because it required a lot of abstraction, but you had all the pieces you needed in the same room. So eventually, I feel like you would have figured it out. But that one's definitely tough, but fair. I like the piano one, though. But yeah, all the other puzzles, they require a lot of levels of abstraction. I guess it's just not... I don't know. I'm just not good at puzzles, I guess. But anyway. But what really kind of stands out to me is not the puzzles themselves necessarily. It's the fact you can kind of get lost in this game. You know, the map helps. So the diary map really helps. So I like that design. But I don't know. Like you go back and forth a whole bunch, and that's part of the game. But I don't know. I wish, to me anyway, what really stands out to me and what I think could be changed, and you know, subjective, maybe not for this game, but maybe in developers' other games, if they make more games like this, possibly. I wish it was more clear what was like a main puzzle and what was like a side puzzle, because what often got me confused, because like, you get a lot of pieces, right? You get a lot of items, just like a point-and-click adventure game, but as it turns out, you don't use all of them for the main plot, right? To progress the main story, which is to find Richard and escape, right? It seems like you get a lot of extra stuff that is not actually relevant, which really confuses me as the player, because I'm not sure, am I supposed to use this piece of cheese on this like other thing that you're supposed to use it on? No, actually, it's just a secret. It's like, wow, what? So like, it's confusing in that sense. So I wish it was more obvious which parts of the mansion or the manor or whatever is actually plot relevant, you know. So I wish it was it's more clear, right? That this is what you're supposed to do to find Richard, you know, basically. So it feels a little abstracted in that sense. You know, I mean, a lot of modern games would just handhold you and just tell you, oh, this is the main quest, there's a giant quest marker. So obviously you don't do that. But I don't know, even like in more, I don't know, more cryptic games to try to be more organic with it. Like, I mean, I'm just trying to think the most recent would be like Elden Ring, I guess. Not exactly the same genre, but it's kind of similar, right? In the sense that the game is designed in such a way where it's kind of obvious where you need to proceed if you want to just do the main quest. You know, all the side objectives you can do as well if you explore more thoroughly, but it's obvious that those are optional. The ones that actually you need to do is just stated to you, you know, in the game universe anyway. So I wish that was a bit more clear. You know, there was more guidance towards what the main puzzles were. And again, speaking to the tile puzzle again, I do wish, for example, the clue was in the same room, you know, the east to west or whatever, instead of being in the library, because that felt like a little bit too many layers, basically. Too many, like, you know, things you have to remember. You know, that's too much for my tiny brain. Like, I want to remember like 2 or 3 things at most. But like for the tile puzzle, you have to remember like 6 things or something. I don't know, like just so many like layers of that puzzle. Like it was annoying. But anyway, so yeah, I wish it was like, if you're gonna do like a main puzzle, I wish by the, like, you know, at least how I would design, and not that I'm a developer, but by the time you reach a room where you need to do like a puzzle that's important to the main plot of the game, that you would have all the items that you need. So instead of like, you know, for example, you go to the butterfly room and then you see it's locked, and then, oh, you need like a spherical thing. You know, I kind of wish by the time you reach that point, you already have the key that you need to open it, right? So it's obvious that you need to do it now instead of having to go back later. Because the problem is that, oh, okay, I have to go back later. Okay, now do all this other stuff. And then you end up doing all the side stuff that you don't actually need to do, and then you get lost and you're confused and you forget what you need to do in the first place. It's like, it gets a little bit confusing, you know? At least that's my opinion anyway. So that's the reason why I got lost. You know, it just felt like it wasn't obvious which puzzles I needed to do that were important and which ones were just not really necessary. So I think that's my major critique, at least in my experience anyway. And maybe other people have different experiences though. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that's how I felt about it anyway. But other than that though, the game is tight, however, I gotta say. Like, the actual like mechanics of the game, you know, very solid. No glitches, no bugs or anything. So it's very well made. The quality is very high. What else? Well, a small thing though is the typos though. I feel like some typos here and there, however. If you noticed, in my opinion anyway, I feel like it needs to be proofread one more time, just one more time. Because it's very small things, but especially when it involves the puzzles though, especially with hints, that's very important that your language is very clear, otherwise it'll confuse the player, in my opinion. That's just how I felt. But yeah, I mean, anything else? I guess the jump scares as well were fine. The thing is, like, I don't know, it's like it's related to the problem that I mentioned before, like, because I got lost, I felt like the whole monster thing got a little tiresome because I had to like go backtrack back and forth, especially because I didn't know what to do. Back and forth, and then there's the whole like monster system. I don't know how you would fix that necessarily, but I wish you had more tools to deal with the monster, I feel like, I guess. Because it felt like it was kind of punishing, because it would appear and then you would have to immediately figure out which way to go, because if you didn't, then you would just die. And then you have to reset and reload. And it's like, it's not too bad the first few times. It's okay the first few times because you expect that as a horror game, right? But I kind of wish the longer you play through the game, the more tricks you can do to like deal with a monster, right? You get, I don't know, you get stronger somehow. You don't get a shotgun necessarily, but like something, that makes you a little bit better than the monster. So like, you don't have, it's not always the same problem the entire game. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure. Or like, or more just like variety of jump scares are not like necessarily like that kill you, for example. Like, for example, like you go into a room, there's, there's the monster, but they don't kill you right away, right? They're just kind of sleeping, for example, or like doing something else. It kind of it really does remind me of Haunting Ground. I believe that's what the game was called on the PS2, unless I'm misremembering the name. But Haunting Ground was a PlayStation 2 game where it had a similar system. It was a horror game. You go through like a mansion or house or whatever, and there's like a stalker usually. In fact, there's the variety of stalkers in that game, and they have their own AI actually. And it's interesting because the monster will do different things, based on their behavior. They have their own personality, so they have their own like different things that would happen. And sometimes they would just stand there, and like do nothing. I remember there was like one like a killer, I guess, or stalker. I think it's the second one, and sometimes they wouldn't attack you at all. They would just like smile at you and do nothing, and that was even more creepy than actually just trying to kill you. So like make them look a little unpredictable. So I kind of wish, there was a more variety, not just the monster, but like in what they do, instead of just chasing you the entire time. Because that feels like a cliche, right? Like an RPGmaker game cliche. They just chase you and then kill you, and that's it. I wish maybe there was more variety in what they do, and maybe give them a little personality and then make them maybe reveal more of what they truly are, which is the butler, right? I wish there was more clues of what they were. It would be more interesting, more flavor, right? Again, like instead of like chasing you, you would find the monster washing the dishes. I'd be like, well, why would they do that? And then they wouldn't chase you unless you do something to provoke them, like I don't know, like break the dishes, and they'd be like, and then they kill you or whatever. It's like it'd be something like that, right? More variety in the jump scares, basically, or like the monster itself. That actually would be more interesting, in my opinion. And you could do that actually, because it seems like most of the encounters are somewhat scripted, right? So they will only activate if you do certain things or go through certain places. So you can randomize those elements a little bit as well. But anyway, that's just a small thing. It's not necessary, but I do feel like it, because the monster was chasing you the entire time. It did feel like a little monotonous because it just happens over and over and over again. Just after the first few times, it just felt annoying. I don't know. I don't know, but I like it though, because on the other hand, it does build tension, right? So it's not like, it's not completely boring, when you're just going through the mansion. There's no tension at all, right? So because it's a horror game, there should be a bit of a threat, But I don't know. I guess it's kind of hard to balance. But anyway, yeah. And the lore was interesting too. I do like how the story was mostly minimal. And like you do get a little bit here and there from the dialogue, from especially the witch, and everything, and like from just looking at everything, like the photo, for example, and like the butler's diary and whatnot. So it's kind of cool. I like that. Though to be honest, I don't really know what exactly happened though. Apparently, there's a whole family, right? You see the photo, there was like a whole family and the kids and whatnot. But whatever happened to them, I have no idea. I'm assuming they died, but how exactly did they die? Maybe there is clues in the game that I'm not getting. Maybe it's flying over my head. But I don't know. As far as I know, it never seemed to be truly revealed what exactly happened to them. Maybe they ran away. I don't know. Not sure. I'm assuming the owner died, though. You know, the owner did go crazy and get murdered, I'm assuming. But anyway. Yeah. I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think. I don't know if there's anything else. So I guess that's it, you know. I mean, you know, I don't always try to get everything, you know, in a game, but if the game's interesting enough, that's what I do. I am a little disappointed though, you know, a little bit, because the little secret ending that we got really was just a prank, you know. It's like a UFO / dog ending, you know, in Silent Hill. It's just silly. It's not meant to be taken seriously. So I do wish there was a more canonical happy ending. There's no happy ending in this game. I don't know. That's just wishful thinking, I guess. But it just seemed like bittersweet no matter what. You know, it's like no matter what you do, even if you explore the game as thoroughly as you can, it seems like you don't truly get like an actual canonical like good ending. Seems like. I wish there was, but there isn't, I guess. It's just the joke ending, which is the closest you can get to a happy ending, but it's not really. You know, it's not really. That's just a troll from the developer. I kind of wish it was a joke ending, though. You know, what are you talking about? This is a birthday party? What? I don't know. Anyway, that's just ridiculous. Whatever. Anyway. But yeah. Yeah, but anyway, I guess that's it for Deeproot Manor. I think I'm done rambling. I don't know if there's anything else I can talk about. But, I mean, again, overall, though, it's a pretty good game, I would say. So there you go. That was it for Deeproot Manor. If you're watching the video and you want to see more content, then don't forget to click that subscribe button. And if you didn't know, I stream these games live, so you can also change that notification setting from personalized to all when you subscribe. You want to see me, want to catch my streams rather. And, you can also look for other videos on my channel as well. But there you go. I guess, thanks for watching. Until next time, see you then.